Good times, sunshine, gonna be here in no time now. Bad times, gray skies, push them all away, turn them upside down. You're gonna break new ground, turn everything around. You're gonna live your life. There's a beautiful day headed your way. Keep your head up, you'll be okay. Beautiful day waiting for you. Just open your eyes, you'll see it's true. A beautiful day.
Welcome back to the Booga Box live stream. It's Medium Project Monday, and hope y'all had a great weekend. We did take Thursday off from our last stream, so it's been a few days, to say the least. I had all kinds of crazy issues today, but today we're going to start working on, I believe I'm going to try to start working on this one. I got some purse frames here. I also have a, let me grab it real quick, a expanding top class. I don't know exactly what they're called. I've had several for years and I haven't done anything with them yet, but it's this pops off and it opens up, expanding thing. I'm gonna make something out of that one too. That's what I plan on doing on the next several Mondays now. A couple different styles, a couple different directions. This one I think I'm gonna try for an odd version to start with, because I know I can go the right way and I can do a wrong way one at a 4-in-1, European 4-in-1. So I'm going to try to start with something a little different, see if it'll work. If not, no biggie, but I wanted to kind of give it a try. But, you know, these are just kind of purse frames that open up. This one will probably be more like a chain thing. This is actually a keychain one. About the same, just a little bit smaller. Well, quite a bit smaller. I don't know how big I can actually make it to really be useful per se, but it's a neat little thing. I decided to get it. And I got this larger one that I like. It's actually a double-sided one. It'll open up two ways, and we'll make a center partition for the split, and then have it come down and meet the bottom of the other two sides. So I'll have two different separate sides to this one once I get done with it. Though this one I could only get in a, I guess it's an antique goldish color, bronze. Couldn't find a silver one. I'm hoping I can still find a silver one. I'd like to get all these in both colors, to be honest with you, but they're iron plated. I couldn't find any in any other material, so we're going with iron. The iron plated one, but yeah, this one I believe was a bronze. Looks more goldy, but I guess it is more of a bronze. But that's what we're going to start working on. This, I figure I'll just do a basic 4-in-1 with it. Once I get there, I'll expand it all the way out and just make me a giant tube that I can attach to it. It's a neat little thing. I just had been putting it off for years and years. I've got 4 or 5 of these that I got, and I got several of these too, so that I can play around. Because I want to do some designs in this one. I'll probably do some designs in all these, but I'm going to start with just using BA for it, bright aluminum, just so I can get the basic concepts down before I start going in further. So that's how I'm going to start them anyway, see how things go, see if it works right. These might, well, for this design, I'd go with a smaller ring for this if I'm going to do the right or wrong way European 4-in-1. But since I'm going to do something a little different, I figured I'd go with this size, see what happens. Because I'm going to try to do a circle with expansions on it. 3, 4, 7. Yeah, let's see what 7 looks like. I've done a lot of type of expansions like this, use them on dice bags for the bottom and all that. Just want to see how many do I want to actually start with, kinda. Yeah, 7 I think is going to be probably the better route. So we'll start that way, and then start using expansions after that. What I'm kind of wanting to do is just kind of build out a circle that'll kind of mostly fit into here, and then I can connect it up to it. And then I might put some sides on it to widen it. I'm not sure yet. I guess first I have to make sure that this this part will actually work. To be honest with you, like I said, I haven't done any of these before, so something new. I've been wanting to for a while. Like I said, I had the expanded one that I've had for years. These others I got here fairly recently, just because I've been trying to figure out some more projects for Medium Project Night that I can work on. And let's see here, I didn't do them in order, so now I got some out of place. I skipped one at first, but like I said, I hope everybody had a good weekend. I didn't stream last Thursday because it was the wife and I's anniversary. We really didn't do much with some of the health issues she has, so but we got some things taken care of and all that, and then kind of had a busy weekend getting some things ready to go and all that good fun. So we're back to it though now. Got some actual work done this past weekend on get some chainmail stuff done. I had some more laser work I needed to get done, so got that taken care of. Hey John, good to see you. I have one I've been meaning to finish. Still haven't got to, yeah. Yeah, that's why I figured, this will give me a good chance to do it on Monday nights and actually get some work done on mine. And so I've been taking, not forever, just putting them off, doing other things. I was like, well, this could be a good medium project, something that I'm not going to finish up super quick, but it'll give me some time to play with it and all that, so we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'm sure I could do it the other way, doing a European 4-in-1, but I kind of wanted to try something a little different. I've seen them in 4-in-1 before, so we'll kind of figure out how this goes, and if it doesn't work, like I said, no biggie. That's kind of like what I like about chainmail. You can kind of play around and try something new and different, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. What was I, where did I still have that little thing I was working on? I was almost like a whirlybird. I made this up earlier today. I was playing around. I wasn't trying to make a whirlybird. I was just working on some expansion, and I wasn't liking how it was going at first. It was curling up too much. Didn't like the ring sizes for it. But then I started playing around with it. I'd put it off to the side, work on the other thing I was working on, and come back to this every once in a while, throw some more rings at it, and it just made it a little weird. It's like a whirlybird, but it's a lot fatter than a whirlybird. Normally a whirlybird's got the sides and a middle connector. This one's got 2 extra rows on it, I guess. Yeah, 2 extra rows. So it makes it a little fatter, but it's still sturdy. I mean, I can't flatten it out. I don't know what I'll do with it, but it'll go into my pile. Who knows, one day something might happen with it. It's a neat little thing. Actually, right before I closed up one side, or the other side, I put a ball in there. I actually got a little stainless steel ball in there. I think it's only a 1/4 inch. It needs to be bigger to really fit in there, because right now it's just, can't tell in the video, but it's real loose in there. It just flops around. You can feel it whenever it's turning. But it makes a nice little wheel. I was like, I could make me like a chainmail. I was kind of thinking of a chainmail catapult, and these could be the wheels for it. But, that's what I do. I play around with things till, sometimes you can get things that work cool, and sometimes you can't. Oh, I'm missing my messages here. Back here, mouse. Got a 1/4 done, about 18 months now. These 5 rows with middle gold rings, yeah. Holding ring, middle holding rings, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of basically, I guess, what it basically is. Like I said, it's got expansions on it. It's got quite a few little rings in there. It's not perfectly even, but it was a neat little thing. I figured, this hole's too small to really do any kind of major capture. You couldn't see, but it's all hollow in there, and that's why I threw the ball in, just to play around. But like I was saying, that's what I like to do, is kind of just play around with things. You never know. Sometimes things might work out well, sometimes they don't. You just got to play around and see, I guess, right? That's what I kind of did over the weekend a bit. I did get some on the some work done on the chessboard. I had some laser etching to do, so that kind of kept me a little bit busy. I was hoping to get it all done Friday, but I got so busy Friday again, and then so I had to come back to it Saturday. The past Friday night, I was at a band football game for the band, and it was also alumni night. Since I was alumni, I was there for that too. So, well, that was kind of fun though. I got to play. I only play every once in a while anymore, so it was good to pull out the old clarinet and get out there and do a little performing. Okay, what did I do here? Oh, that's right. So this is probably where I need to put in, go ahead and get my first row of expansions going on, because I don't think it'll be too tight there. Let me grab a drink. Now that was the other problem when I started up the stream tonight. Went to load up my software and it crashed on me saying I was missing I call them DILs, I don't know what they're called, part of programs, DLLs. I mean, I know what they do, blah blah blah, I just don't know what they call them. Program was missing that, so I had to go through. I had done some computer work over the weekend. I must have got rid of something that got rid of that DIL for me, so I had to reinstall Microsoft package real quick to get back that. And then I did start like a minute or two late because I come over here to sit down, knocked over my drink. I just opened a Pepsi, had it sitting on my table here. I have it sitting beside my desk, so I don't put them on my workbench for the purposes of if I make a mess. I knocked it over and Pepsi was just spewing everywhere and had to clean it up real quick. I was like, somebody's telling me I shouldn't stream tonight, but I got to. I want to get over here, get some stuff done. I was watching Joshua Bracken's stream a little bit ago. Glad to see his back. Kind of like watching his, preparing for mine. And then after mine, it was good to go watch Sean's over at Mailworks. Go give those all guys a like and follow. And I got to thank everybody for the likes and follows I've gotten here lately. I've got quite a few more over the weekend, which is nice. That's why we had the giveaway Wednesday. All those things will be in the mail tomorrow. I was hoping to get them out Saturday, but I forgot I hadn't fully set up my printer. I got it up and mostly working, but I haven't had it all set perfectly yet. And I noticed that Saturday, so I was like, So I did spend time yesterday getting that done too. So all the orders from the weekend will be going out tomorrow. I've got some of the giveaways and then some other orders too. So all those will be finally going out tomorrow. Could have, they could have gone out today, but I didn't want to make a trip to the mail office, post office, whatever. Otherwise, they would have gone out today, but I didn't feel like making a trip out there. So they will be out, going in the mail tomorrow. Let's see here. Did I already get them all? I must have gotten them all. Yeah. Alright. So, let's see. So I still got some good room here. I was thinking 1/4 inch might be too big. But we'll keep going out and expanding on this and see what happens, I suppose. Well, I'm on the other camera now, I can remember. And I had to reset up all my cameras from Wednesday night because I moved them a little bit for showing my face for a stream, which was highly unusual for me. So much lagging today, sadly. On John's stream, or am I having a problem too? Or on Joshua's stream? I know his was at times. There was times where it would be going fine, and then after 5 minutes, you get like 3 or 4 minutes of a bunch of drops and waiting and stuff, and then you'd come back and it'd be good for a little bit. I'm hoping mine's going okay tonight. Normally it kind of lets me know, and sometimes it lets me know when I'm not having a problem, when it tells me I'm having a problem. But hopefully he'll get that worked out. But I don't mind that too much in a way. It can be, if that's all I'm doing is watching the stream, it comes a little annoying. But if I'm doing other things within it, it normally doesn't bug me all that much because I'm busy doing my own thing too. So it's kind of what I was doing when he first started his stream. I logged into it and I was busy doing my own thing for a bit and took a quick break here and there and chatted a little bit with everybody. Well, just said hey. But then I had to finally leave. No, Joshua was going 10 seconds, 30-second drops, 8-second minutes, and half lag. Yeah. Yeah, most of the time, like I said, it'd do okay at times, and then it'd just kind of go to crap for a little while, and then it'd come back. But I was kind of doing my own thing. So it was like when it would pause, it gave me more time to do what I was doing. But I'll probably go back and try to watch it a little bit later to finish up what I didn't get to watch since I had to leave and come get my setup going. It's kind of what I end up doing when streams overlap. Kind of why I have an odd time in a way too, is because I was like, I don't want to, normally Joshua would stream earlier, and I knew Sean would stream at 9 my time. So it's like, I don't want to stream at the same time as they're streaming. One, I don't want to be, interrupting their time. And two, I like to watch them. So that's why 7:30 came about. Alright, let's see here. Get these back going the right way. I haven't worked with these in a while, at least in this kind of a pattern. Those two. There's going there. And this one got. Why is that one only going through one? How did I do that? All those. I don't know why I had that one going through one. That was weird. Yammering. That's always my issues. I get yammering. Sometimes I'll forget what I'm doing. Lose track of what I'm doing anyway. Ooh, get back up here on the table. Been a long weekend, so I'm kind of, in the times I have come over here and worked, I've been working more in the front of the table again, so. Alright, that should be that. Kind of wonder if it's still pretty loose. I could come back and go ahead and that's going to pull those tighter. Let's go ahead and do one normal row, and then we might go ahead and put in the expansions, maybe. Might have to come back and add the expansions after this. Who knows? We'll have to just see how it works once we get these in, see if it makes it too tight or not. Like I said, since there's no plan, we're just kind of going at it. Never know what's going to work, if it works. I have a big old box full of stuff that's not worked, so I can say that I've had a lot of things not work the way they were intended. And like I said, I had that other piece here today that I might play around with and do something with, but it was just kind of there and while I was getting some other things done. And just kept coming back to it, throwing rings at it. And will this work? Will that work? I definitely don't want this to curl up. That's what I'm afraid it might start doing if I didn't put expansions in. That's what we'll have to find out. If it'll still come together and not curl up on me. But I do want it to be somewhat loose so the, I guess, coin purse, if, that's what we want to call it, can expand more in the middle and hold more. When you build kind of a sheet without much play in it, you kind of don't have a lot of room in there, so I want to make sure I give it enough room to be able to expand and hold stuff. I attempted to make stuff with my gem captures. Still don't like any of them. Yeah. Well, I've done that so many times. There's many bracelets and stuff that I've taken out to events that I just did not like, but they sold, you know. I'm like, I just didn't care for it, but everybody has their own likes and dislikes, so I try to not let that hamper me too much anymore anyway. It still does, but I'm like, I don't like it. I don't want to take something I don't like. But, you know, if it's got good closures and all that, and it's like, well, you know, not much else I can do. See if it sells. Yeah, I'm starting to, yeah, it's going to start tightening up too much, I believe. Because then I still got one more to go there. I'm already getting a curl in it. Yeah, I guess I should have put expansions on that one too. So, well, now we got to go find all of our closures again. Where are you at? There you are. That's one thing I do like about when I'm working with anodized. Normally it's a lot easier in a way to find your closures. Just because you do kind of end up, you know, with that little silver edge kind of. I mean, there's still a lot of good closures that are still harder to find, but bright aluminum, stainless steel. When the core color is the same as the outside color, they're harder to find, especially the better you close them. But I mean, that's good, right? If you can't find your closure, it means it's really well. Definitely can't see them from far away. I have to get them up close to find them. Then you have the occasional ring that you go around twice. Or at least you think you've gone around twice going, I can't find it. Let's see here. Got these two still. I think I might have screwed up something else in that. These two. Alright, where you at, closure? If I let sales dictate my choice of products, I would have would have quit quite a few years ago. I just like to make things that interest me and the pile grows. I think I've sold 2 things this year. Well, yeah, I try not to let it dictate too much, but, you know, I'm always trying to add to the table, at least on different things instead of, you know. I do have several of the same weave here and there, but I try to mix it up, and that's one reason why I like to do the inlays and, you know, the lampshades. I have fun doing those. Those take forever to sell, but I just like them. Draws interest. Something a little different. Alright. I don't know why I thought I was going around in a circle, but I think I started pulling them off the other side. What happens with it being too big. Kind of wonder if maybe I should have put more on to start with now. Wouldn't have to probably do the first expansion so close. I would have put more on there. I remember, I'm on this camera now. So we got the these 2. And that's why I also kind of want to do these. It's like it's something different, something I hadn't done. Try a different thing. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. Well, see, if I put too many more on there, it won't quite work. The more I'm looking at it. I don't want it to be too tight in the middle. If I go two more, I'm trying to leave it on an odd number. Yeah, I don't think I want to do that. I don't think that's going to quite work the way I'm thinking it's going to work. So, and we put expansions on, I thought we had, oh, there's one, two. Alright, let's go back here, get all these put in. It should get 14 around the outside here. Missing one in between these two. So, I'm still on this camera up here. I need to adjust my chair and move it up a little bit, probably. Had it pushed out for most of the day, so had to bring it back in for the stream. There's a single, double, single, double. I have a single there. Yeah, I pulled out a couple more expansions when I was working on pulling out the other row. Didn't notice right off the bat. Well, and that one doesn't have one either. I'll put that one in there, so it's going to have to come out. Alright, so single. There's a double, single, double, single, double, single, double, single, double. Okay. So that should be right there. And that's where I'm just wondering. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2. Oh, that's where I screwed up. No wonder all my counts were going weird. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. No, I gotta look at that closer. I only have 6 going through the center. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I sure do. That's why things were so weird. I could have swore I put 7 on the center, but I guess I didn't. So, time to remove some. The fun of chainmail when you screw up somewhere in the middle or at the start. Get back in there. Alright, I think that's as far as I really need to go. And I put one more. Well, let me see. Is that the center? Yeah. Maybe one more through there. So yeah, all that just because I wanted 7 in the center. That's what I was counting on, and everything after that kind of got weird. This one loose, so I need to run through this. And then one through these these two, and then I put the center expansions in. And now it should be better. It's normally how I do. I always like to use an odd number when I go to use my expansions. Center, 2, 2, I need one on the center here. Alrighty, now that should be better. Now it looks more like I'm used to. Well, I was like, man, this is just not working right. What is up with this? Where are we at here? Already half hour in. I swear, man. These days just fly by. Fly by. But, okay, since we are half hour in, I want to thank everybody again. See, I've got a couple viewers between YouTube and Twitch, so just let everybody know that you can follow us on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Our next goal is 500 followers, likers on Facebook. Though, at that point, I want to do a big giveaway and when we reach 500. But I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and maybe do a monthly giveaway. I'm thinking the third Wednesday of the month. We just do a quick, couple small things here and there every once in a while, just to kind of have fun. And like I said, I used to do the giveaways years ago, monthly, and I got away from doing them there for a while. But I think it'd be a good time to maybe bring those back and start doing monthly giveaway again. I'm planning on doing it during the stream, but I'm kind of wondering too if maybe I flip it around every month. One month we go on a stream for the giveaway, and then the next month we go to just doing Facebook pictures and comments. Just for the people that don't want to come necessarily to a stream. And the idea is to try to draw people in, but thought about changing them up a little bit. Oh, thanks for the reminder there, John. Yeah, it popped right up over that. I wish that they would pop up in a separate area, or the stream chat was on the other side. But yeah, it blocked it. Now it's gone. It probably would have taken me a few more minutes to realize it, because I do check that a little more often now, especially when I see the little red box, or the little red bubble that comes up says you got a new comment or whatever, new PM and all that. So I try to look at that any more often, a little much more than I used to anyway, because I've had wife send me one, you send me one, a few other people. It should add up folks that comment versus just during the stream, but for the whole month. That's not too bad of an idea either. Because I like having the idea of having people at the stream to do it. Maybe when I get more followers, I'll have more people come follow my streams. That's not too bad of an idea. I just want to get people to come, check out everything, see the new stuff. I'm just kind of having fun myself, so that's all that really matters, right? As long as you're having fun. So even if they comment after you streamed, yeah. I could do that and then announce the winner during the stream. And then, I'd still post it, obviously, but I could, because it used to be I'd post up a picture of what I was going to give away, and if you wanted to be entered, you had to make a comment on there. Then I hoped people would share it, and there used to be quite a few that would share it, and that worked out pretty decently. And then, like I said, started getting down to where I was only getting a handful of comments on them, and It was like, oh, maybe I should put it off for a little while. And then I did, obviously. Put it off a lot longer than I wanted to. But I was busy doing so many other things. Get behind you. It was hard to get in there constantly to do it. Because I wasn't posting a bunch, because most everything I was doing was, like I said, stuff I'd already done, so I hate posting the same things over and over again. So, alright, so let's see here. Yeah. A bug. I had all kinds of weird bugs. It got cool this weekend, or the end of last week, and it started warming up again yesterday, and now the bugs seem to come back out after the cold spurt. Ready for that cold weather, though. I think it was, I was looking at the 10-day outlook, it was like next, after 8 days or so, I think it was, and we're supposed to be hitting the highs of 71. I was like, perfect. That's my weather. But I'll be so busy this month, like I said, it'll be ban things 2 to 3 days a week. Well, last week was wife's and I's anniversary. This Sunday's my birthday. Well, and then one band week, we got 4 things going on. So it's going to be a little crazy here coming up. As the band likes to call it, Bandtober. Let's see, now I should be able to expand one more without expansions, maybe? I guess we'll try it. It should work, though, this time. Now that I have the proper rings in there. So whenever I do it, I try to fill up my center ring. I think I could have put 9 on there, but that sometimes bunches it up. 7 always seems to be a good number to go with whenever I want to do expansions. That's what I normally do with my dice bags. Gives you just enough room, but still tight enough to hold everything together. Guess I'm not watching. Oh, hey, Cinnabar. Yeah, I haven't looked over there yet. Well, right now I'm working on a circular expansion that I'm going to try to add to this purse frame. Don't know exactly if it's going to work yet. I haven't tried anything like this before, so we'll see how it goes. Oh. Yeah, sorry I missed you over there. Most of the time, I'll be honest, on my Twitch side, I've only had a few people comment. 90% of my comments have been bots over there, you know, asking me stupid questions like, you want to be famous and let us post for you and all that stuff. So, good to see, you know, when people do show up over there. Right now, I'm just planning on doing intermittent expansions. Actually, the first row expansions was every one. I doubled up on my first one. And then I was thinking about doing triangles, but I think I'm actually going to do some triangle work on when I do this one. The more rectangular version. That's what I think I'm going to do, some triangle work on that one anyway. Like I said, I've got several ideas on many of these, so I've got, I don't know, I think I got 10 of these. I got like 50 of these. And I don't even remember how many of the little keychain versions I got. I bought a big old buttload of them, so give me things to play with. That's what I want to do, is just try some different things and different looks. And then eventually I'll start adding some color to them. Right now I'm just doing them in bright aluminum. Single key ring at the center, or a Mobus. And I was actually thinking about doing a Mobus flowers and connecting them up like a Japanese weave and doing one that way too. So many different ideas. I thought, it's like, you know, where do I want to start? Too many ideas. Not enough time. I'll just continue to keep going though. Working them up. See what happens. If they don't work, they'll just go into the other pile. And I didn't want to go too large in the center, so I don't want, you know, super small things to fall out, but it would be more up on the side, not center, or at the bottom center area, like a dice bag. Or, I'm trying to think of the many other things that I've made this kind of same pattern to start with. We'll just kind of, like I said, see how it works, and if it doesn't work, it'll just go to the side and we'll start again. Like I said, I had no problem. I figure European porn one either land, correct, the right way or the wrong way. I've done so many different things attaching those to things that I have no problem that those will work, so I wanted to start out with something a little different for the stream version. And then I'll work up some others, probably outside of the stream too. Because by the time I'm done, I'm probably going to end up with about 10 dozen of these things. So many ideas I want to try. Some I know will work, and then, different colors and different patterns. Don't want to go too crazy, even though I did buy a bunch of frames, but I just figure I might as well have them on hand for whenever I do want to try something new. Best to have them than not have them. I totally understand the chase all the variance urge. I played that game as well. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what kind of, why I have so many of the same bracelets sometimes, because it's like same weave, but you change up the color, it kind of totally changes the look of it. And then you want to try smaller rings, larger rings, in between rings. I think, most bracelet versions I have at least 2 to 3, if not 4 different ring sizes, and then after that there's color variations. All the craziness. Okay, let's see here. This is probably where I'm going to have to add some more. Let's see here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, like I should be. And we'll just go with, if I go 14, that'll take me up. Double that. 28. And I believe we got 21 holes in that. I mean, obviously I'm only going to use about half, so yeah, maybe I should just go ahead and put expansions in every opening. I'm working with 18 gauge 1/4 inch. That's what I had, a good amount of bright aluminum that I cut up. I was like, might as well just go ahead and try that. I'm gonna go, when I go with the European right way and wrong way on this, I'll probably go down to 3/16 inch. I think that's what I'll like on those. If it works again, that I'm not sure. We'll just have to play and see. Grab that ring wrong. Let's see here. Make sure I'm already moved over to my other camera view again. I guess I didn't have to worry about that Wednesday night. Just kind of kept the one camera going most of the night, so I didn't have to think about where am I at now. But yeah, these are actually the batch that I don't necessarily like. I wound them backwards to the way I normally wind. It's one of the other reasons why I wanted to use them, so I can use them up. It was actually I guess this probably would have been the first rings I actually coiled and cut myself several years ago. I don't use them very often because they're just backwards to me. But they have come in handy at times, sometimes when I'm doing certain weaves. Coming in at a weave in a certain direction, it's sometimes better to have it open the other way. But yeah. I think the first, I don't know, I think I coiled up about 40 or 50 coils of 1/4 inch, 18 gauge. And had them sitting there. I went and I cut them all up, and then got them all cleaned up and all that, and I went to start weaving. I was like, what did I do? I coiled them backwards. So it looks like you have a pretty good size portfolio of work. When did you start in on mail? overall, it was about 28 years ago. But, you know, for the first 20, it was more just working with random wire, whatever I had laying around. I didn't really find any info on it. It was actually, it all just started from going to Renaissance Festival one year, 28 years ago, and this older gentleman was sitting in the middle of one of the pathways, sitting at a small table and a chair, and he was sitting there coiling up coils on a screwdriver. And that's kind of what got me hooked in. I went home and started coiling up things on a screwdriver. And so for the next years, you know, that's all I kind of did was just played around. I mean, before I really got into it about 8 years ago, I was just kind of, I probably maybe had 5 weaves that at the time I didn't even know how to name, because, you know, I never thought about trying to look them up online or anything like that till about 8 years ago, when I went back to the Renaissance Festival, and I refused to go into any of the booths. I'm pretty ring stick when it comes to left and right. Hand rings, I barely notice the difference. Yeah, it has gotten better now, you know, because these, I would have coiled these up probably, I don't know, I think I've had my ringernator for about 4.5 years now. So yeah, I've had these rings for a while, to say the least. And I've gotten better through the years, because somebody else I bought from, or I call them backwards. They're not necessarily backwards. Backwards to me. I can't remember which one company it was that are like that. And they were colored anodized rings, so I kind of started getting more and more used to them. And I don't use a whole lot of bright aluminum when it comes to jewelry, so I normally keep that for other things. So there's that. Let's see here. Yeah. So we'll go here and get some more going here. I only break out the ringinator with titanium nowadays. Almost everything else I'm willing to pay the premium, not have to coil and cut myself. Yeah, I think it's more just kind of, you know, for years and years it was more habit of coiling and snip cutting them, you know, and just kind of, I get a kick out of it. Now, if it's worth the money, sometimes I've kind of wondered. I'm like, you know, I probably overall save time and everything if I just bought pre-done rings, but I don't know, I get a kick sometimes just sitting there for hours coiling up and cutting. I don't know why, but the only thing I really don't, well, the only thing I can't coil and cut up is anodized rings, so I always have to buy those no matter what. Most everything else, though, I'll do myself. And now if I'm doing like a fine silver or something, I'll pull out the old Pepe ringer tooler thing. That one actually kids got for me. That was probably 8-9 years ago, probably now. And I like using it for my finer metals like the silver. Haven't necessarily done gold, but I figured I'd do my gold on it too. Take a little bit longer, but I don't have as much mess per se. Plus, I'm only normally coiling up just enough for what I'm working on at the time anyway, so. I still have to hand cut 14 or 24G and down the ringinator. Oh yeah, I'm sure of that. If I ever went down that small, yeah, I'd have to probably change up the way I did it if I just didn't buy them. And if you can find them like that, but mostly, you know, 22 is about the normal limit gauge when I go down to smaller rings like that. It's about where I've stopped. I've had a few that I've done smaller, especially back in the day, because, you know, sometimes I just find, like I said, just crap wire or whatever, and some of it was real thin stuff and that I'd play with, but that was all hand cut too, so I know the Ringinator does have some limits on its sizes. I mean, you can only go down so small before it just becomes impossible to work on it anyway. Luckily, for now, most of my stuff hasn't gone down that small. I like clip cutting tonight while building. Oh, it's still fun to do that too. Like I said, I've actually got a big old giant pile of stuff I've been clip cutting. Over time, though, that I can kind of do when I'm just kind of kicked back watching TV and stuff, not working at the table. My biggest problem is remember to take it with me whenever I go to do that, so that I can sit there and do that. I love the machine, but I hate the work. Yeah, had an opportunity to meet Martin shop. 2018, we met with another mailer. Had a burger joint. That would have been fun. That would have been real fun. I've seen a lot of his videos of other things he was doing too. Quite a while back then. I was working on stars or something. I remember he was cutting out. But yeah, that would have been fun. Was that? That would have been. Was it right after? No, I'm trying to remember when he moved. I guess that was more recent when he moved. Below 22, my eyes go cross-eyed even with magnification. Oh, I'm sure. Sometimes 18G is almost too small for me. It's like I'm getting too old. That's why I'm normally more working right up in my face. I'll be looking under my glasses because under my glasses I can actually see pretty decently. But it's got to be, right up close to you. That's why my eyes have a lot of strain after I work sometimes, because I've got them. There have been times where I just take off the glasses when I'm actually working on it, because it's close enough where I don't need the glasses. But yeah, that would have been fun to go in and see Martin's shop. Back up here on this camera again. I probably need to adjust that one up a little bit more. Since, tell you, the cats had a crazy time last Wednesday when I put the backdrop up so I could do the stream that way. They didn't understand what that was for. Luckily, during the stream, they were outside, but once I got down the stream and opened the door and let them back in, Marvel come running in. She stopped and looked at it. She goes, I can climb that. And sure enough, she went straight climbing up it. It's like, at least I had just used the sheet. I would have hated to pull out the blue. I was going to pull out the green screen and try to do something in the background, but when I was looking at the software trying to figure out how to do it, I was like, I don't have time to figure all this out, so I'm just going to throw a sheet up there for tonight. Because I do have a big green screen backdrop. And I got a black and a white, green, and a blue. Bought a whole kit years ago to work on pictures and whatnot. I've never really used them. I've done the same, removing the glasses. I can still see the but I haven't seriously chased the 34 to 40G on that shelf because my hands are starting to go. Yeah, I've had those days, that's for sure. There was a couple years ago. I could not keep a grip for on anything really. I couldn't. For my right hand was just, it wasn't hurting, but unless I went to apply pressure to the hand, like twisting off the cap or something like that. I don't know what it was, but it was a good 2-3 weeks that I could not do anything with that hand, it seemed like. I mean, I still pushed through and did stuff because, with chainmail in a way, I mean, you're not using a lot of tight pressure this way. You're just kind of doing this, so you don't really have a lot of super pressure on it. Unless, I couldn't do any stainless steel, I will say that. I couldn't do stainless steel. I could still do my aluminum, and I could still do niobium, but titanium and stainless was just giving me all kinds of issues. And I don't know, it just kind of slowly went away, which was nice, I guess, because it was driving me nuts, and I was having a hard time dealing with some of it there for a while. Let's just move you up here. And where are we at? 54 minutes. Cool. Did you see, John, how long Joshua was streaming for? Has he finished up yet even? I don't even know. I had to close all that down. My mic was picking up him talking and giving me some crazy feedback. So I was like, yep, I got to close down his stream. Age takes its toll, ain't no doubt. Yeah, when you're 30, you're wishing you were 18 again. When I hit 40, I was like, you know, I'd be good with mid-20s. Now that I'll be 50 here in just less than a week, it's like, I would take 42 again. It was like, boy, 42 hit, and it just started, it was like all these weird little odds and pains and things. It was like, man, I guess I am getting old. I got to keep remembering. But yeah, 42 for me was like, what has happened here? Running, yeah. 42, not anymore. Sometimes now it's like walking. Ugh, really? I gotta walk? I wish I was 30. Hey, good to see you, Steven. I'd also take 42. Yeah. Yeah, that's when the things just started going really downhill. It was like, And more noticeable once you hit the 45. It was like, oh man. Alright, yeah, that 42 would be nice again. Now I'm sure there'll be one day where I'll be like, boy, I wish I could be 55 again. That'll be crazy days there. You know what really made my feet aged today? My kid just got his driving permit. Oh yeah. Yeah. And all mine have got theirs. I think that was the other thing. Was it, I guess, well, I would have didn't have it 42. Is 42, 43 is when I had my first grandkid, and that was like, oh. And now they come over and visit. Come out and play ball, Grandpa. Oh, are you kidding me? Grandpa's too old for this. I spend too much time mailing. Hey Jared, good to see you. I'm 42, guess I have something to look forward to. Yeah, to that day you can look back going, boy, 42 was nice. I don't run either, can't do that anymore, broke too much stuff. Yeah, oh yeah. I haven't broken any bones, but boy, I pulled so many muscles that you don't even think you have in there sometimes. It's like, how did I pull something there? That's never hurt in my life. I think that was the biggest craziness as I got older. It's just the things that you never felt before, and then all of a sudden it's like, boy, why does this suck now? I only run when chased. Yeah, I think that's the only time I would run anymore for sure. I think it was the... I remember, I think I was about 37 when hopped on a bike. It was an old BMX, jumper bike, and it was right before we bought our house, and I was riding around our townhouses and up and down through the grass, and I was all great and everything till the next day, and it was like, oh my God, what did I do yesterday? I rode the bike for 5 minutes. What the hell? All these muscles hurt now. I push the kids out of my way. I'm running someone who's like in danger and unlikely to walk never again. Fractured shins, severed tendons, and missing arteries, bone spurs. Man. Let's see here. Yeah, I think we can go with one more here without an expansion. We'll give it a try and see what happens, I suppose. Check back over here again. Well, I do want to thank everybody for showing up. It's great to see some new faces, and well, I mean, I guess new to my stream, but I've seen a lot of you on other people's streams too. So, or on the boards of many of the chainmail places on Facebook. Y'all do some awesome work. Guarantee you, every one of y'all have given me inspiration for something I've wanted to do or have done. I will say that. Even some of the new things that I've seen still give me inspiration on things. So good to have y'all come over here and check out the stream. On the bright side, I find that no matter how old I get, I seem to be smarter than everyone. Well, that is for sure true. That wisdom that comes with age, I will say that has been kind of fun in a way. When you look at some of these things people are doing, you're like, well, I remember doing that. That was stupid. Good luck. Have fun. See what you think in 20, 30 years now. It's like the son, you know, he's had his own little thing with having his, you know, kidneys going out and all that. But now he's got them replaced, so. But, yeah. It's like, just wait. You're still young. And then the grandkids. I mean, they're fun, but sometimes they're so stupid. Looks like you got a trio of cameras going. Actually, no. Both my top one up here and my side one over here are both Sony camcorders I use for doing the band things that I do. And this upper one up here is cheapo. Some cheap one I found on Amazon. I wanted to try to get a different... Oh, I already got a ring sitting on the pliers. I didn't even have a brand name on it. They just called it a... What does it say on the front here? FDH 1080. But it has a pretty good picture. I got it because it was cheap. I was going to give it a try, so I didn't have to put up one of the other cameras, because I've got these upper cameras here, the Sony CX110s. They're old cameras. I've had them. The first one I got was like 10 years ago. But I got 4 of those that I use for doing band things for the high school band that I help out. And so I've just hooked those up to the computer and use those for doing my streams. I'm waiting for that age gap in tech and my kids to look at me like I was a rocker. He was a rocker, yeah. My 17-year-old thinks he's smarter than everyone. Yeah. Actually, I guess, you know, mine's now 26, and definitely at 18, 17, I was the dumbest person on the planet. Well, even the girls thought that at times, you know. I got 3 kids overall. But as he's gotten older, I think he's starting to learn more and more. He's like, you know, maybe Dad was right. He won't ever admit it, I'm sure of that. But I can see things that he does anymore. It's like, yeah, you know, maybe Dad was right on that. And then, you know, you'll see him start to do something a little different than he'd done it in the past. And it's like, yeah, he's starting to learn. I can see it coming around through the brain. Running through capture cards, overhead quality is very good. Yeah, that's what I've got the 2 main cameras hooked up to. And like I said, I've got a couple more I could use, but this setup has been working pretty good for me and pretty decent quality. Like I said, I might eventually want to get a better, this is a little webcam thing up here with better quality, Logitech or something like that. And I was looking at those when I got that one, but at the time when I was kind of learning how to do streaming and stuff, it was like I was already spending a ton of money on cords and capture cards and all that good stuff. So, but it all ended up working out good for everything. So I'm just kind of stuck with it for now. Like I said, Wednesday I actually turned this camera up and had it on my face because I normally don't stream my face when I'm doing my streams. I don't know, it feels too weird looking at the camera and seeing myself over there. Oh, mine may not think I'm smarter than him, but he says I love you. See my wife every night. Couldn't be happier. Yeah. Well, our oldest is she just turned 29. And that's where I've got my 4 grandkids from. Son's 26, it's 27. And then my youngest just turned 21. So they're all over 20 now. In a way, I'm glad. Ways I miss them being kids. But, you know, once you get older too, it's like, yeah, it's nice when they can just go away now. Just happy my kid doesn't hate me, you know. Oh yeah, for sure. I didn't think they would ever kind of do that. You know, I've never really hated my parents, you know, so my mom and dad split up when I was young, but I still got to, you know, see them, chat with everybody, so didn't really hate anybody in my family, so that was kind of good. And I've never really had that thought as, you know, till I did have kids, and it's like, man, I hope I don't, you know, not a total ass to them where they don't want to hang out and stuff, you know. There are still things they won't tell me, even at this age, but, you know, kind of crazy in that, because I guess it did take me a while to finally tell my mom some of the stupid stuff I did as a kid and things that we used to do that she never knew. I guess I didn't really start talking about those till I was about almost 40. I mean, she knew some of the things that were never talked about once I brought them up. She goes, oh, I knew that. But then there was a lot of other things that she didn't know, and she was like, now things make sense. So I'm kind of waiting for those days to come for my kids. I'm looking forward to those days, I guess. One is actually my stepson. He hates me at times. Yeah. That's always a different thing. I mean, I did have a stepdad that, you know, we had our own issues, for sure. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need some more there. But, you know, my real dad, he left, I think that my mom and him got a divorce when I was about 5-ish. That was one thing I was like, you know, don't want to do that. Now, I didn't get married till after I had all 3 of my kids. But it was to the mother of my kids, so we were just together forever before I decided to, you know. That was our, it was our 20th year anniversary last Thursday, so I didn't stream on Thursday night. But we've been together for 30 years, so just took a while to finally say, yeah, I guess I'm ready for being married. I'm out of my stupid age, I guess. That's when get some more out here. I feel like pulling those apart. Yeah, I was still young and stupid when I was in my 20s. Now, physically, I wish I could go back to those days, but mentally, I'd rather have my brains that I have now than what the brains I used then, for sure. Happy belated anniversary. Thank you, Stephen. Yeah, we didn't get to do a whole lot. She got some pretty significant health issues, so she has her days. So, some days are good, some days are not. It was actually a week before last. She was in the hospital about 4 or 5 days with her heart issue. So, but, you know, we just plug along, do what we can. That's about how we've always had to work everything. Like when the boy had his issues. Still drives me nuts that I mean, he in a way, he's like me, because, you know, if I ever, you know, cut myself or something like this, I always hated going to doctors. I just tape it up, play it off like nothing's wrong, and that's what he tried doing until he was finally over one day and visiting, and he was like, yeah, I haven't peed in 3 days. It's like, what? I've been having a problem for a couple weeks. Been seeming weird. It's like, what? Okay. And talked to him a little bit more, and it's like, we just immediately took him up to the hospital, and it turns out he was in kidney failure. So it's like, yeah, I guess don't be too much of a dumbass, but I wonder if I want to go one more. So definitely want to have it so it can expand out on the sides a bit once it's full. And I'll have a little bit more when I start connecting to it. Kind of wonder if I'm going to connect with smaller rings. Let's see here. And I wonder if I can go one more without expansions. Yeah, I don't think I can though. I think I'm going to be a little too tight. Not enough quite overhang on everything there. Not sure if I'm digging it or not. I like the overall look, and I think it would look kind of cool in there. But I think I need to go one bigger, which means putting in some more expansions. I'd probably get away with an every other expansion, maybe. Every other. Instead of doubling up the ring count, I can only, go a quarter of the ring count. So I should be at 28 now. Oh, we flipped over to the side camera. Probably won't be able to see it as well that way anyway, but I guess I could go. I'm at 28, so I just go 14, and that's every other one. Yeah, maybe that's what I do. We'll try that. See if it works anyway. Like I said, it's always playing around. Something new. You don't know if it's going to work or not till you do it, right? So, I'll just pick up and go every other one for an expansion this round. As long as I can count them properly this time. So we skip that one, go to this one. Where are we at on our time? Hour and 10, so we're good. Still got about 20 more minutes tonight, and then we'll close her up. For everybody new, we stream on Mondays, Wednesday, Thursday. Start at 7:30 Central Time. Normally go for minimum's always an hour. I try to get to an hour and a half depending on what I'm doing. Bigger project nights like Mondays and Thursday, I'm more apt to go longer. Depending on where I'm stopping, where my stopping point is going to be. Wednesday, it kind of depends because I try to do small projects on Wednesday. Bracelets, keychains, and the like, so sometimes they end a little earlier because I'll get done with one or two bracelets or keychains or whatever. Do you do your own anodizing? I do on my titanium and niobium. I don't on my aluminum. But yeah, I've got a nice little anodizer, and actually got another round of scales in that I got to go through and anodize again now. I've got all my rings anodized up that I needed anodized, so I'm going to try to do some, pulled out the vinyl cutter, and I'm going to try to do some more little colorful anodizations to these large scales that I've got. I ran through 100 of them, gave them colors, and then I've got another batch of 100 that I kind of want to try to, do a little something different with them. And I figured I'd try to use the vinyl cutter and cut up some designs, put them on there, anodize those up. I've actually never heard of that. No tantalum? I'm not even sure how to pronounce that one. No. I haven't really seen that anywhere. Now, granted, I spend on some time online looking and seeing what people are doing, but in a way I do try to not overdo it because I don't want to taint my brain with somebody else's idea too much. But, if I don't see it in any of the major suppliers, it is the last of the reactive metals below niobium, titanium. It's about as expensive as niobium. Well, I can guarantee you one thing. After the stream tonight, that's one thing I'll be looking up. Just to see. If I always hear about new things, I'll have to give it a try. I don't like that one. That felt weird. Something with that ring. Let's see here. This one. I remember where I'm at. You can be set to cool and set to crystal looking structures. It's insane. Only done a couple of sample pieces. Most of mine work was the tie and the blast. Yeah, I've seen some of your stuff over there. Was it you? I don't remember if it was you or it was several years ago. It might have been you. Was doing the streams with doing titanium anodizing and stuff. Because I think it was Joshua Bracken who was putting your name out there a little bit at the time. Then I do remember that I lost the link to everything, so I couldn't figure out how to get back to it, and then I never seen any more posts about it, so I will be honest, and that's why I haven't been there in a while. Flasks are really fun if you got multiple part stitching. Stencils at 3 cents. Yep, giving away 20, 30 things. Okay, yeah. And then you got hurt. That sucks. Maybe that's what it was. No, I lost the link. I do remember that because I had to redo my system at one point and I forgot to save my favorites. So I lost a lot of links at that point in time. And I've only probably got about half of them back since then. I was like, oh yeah, I used to go here. What was the name of that place? Took a 6-month break from mailing. Never went back to streaming. Well, that's kind of a bummer. But, I mean, I understand it, you know. Alrighty. I think we got all of our expansions put in. Let me double check here. Where's my... Well, I don't see my pointer thing here, so I'll just use this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it was... Yeah. Alright, well that should be good then. I mean, about the same time I started being on camera every day because of remote work. I'm pretty burned out talking to a lens. Oh, I'm sure that's probably does happen too. I could see that. I guess I don't look at it, so I'm not on camera, and that helps a bit, I think, in a way. But I only do it 3 days a week, so you know, I don't have any Zoom meetings and stuff like that. I'm sure. If I had to do that every day, that would probably drive me a little nuts. I'd probably be done with camera work too. I know that when the wife used to work at home before she had to retire, they didn't, web stuff wasn't around for the most part. Well, I mean, like Zooms and stuff like that, you know, those become popular after the pandemic, but they always had conference calls or phone calls all the time. On the flip side, I have about $3 or $4 piled up. Wow. Well, that's kind of cool, though. Yeah, I never did get in any of your giveaways or anything, but I remember seeing them all over there, and I was like, man, these are so cool. You did some awesome work over there, I will say. Definitely, it was... I mean, I had my anodizer right before I I think that's probably why I started looking up that stuff, because I finally got the anodizer years and years ago now. And wanted to learn more about it, because most everything I had seen at the time was more relating to jewelry or like earrings and nose piercings and stuff, because that's actually where I got my anodizer from, was a place that dealt with supplies and nose rings, belly rings, all those type things. So everything was kind of more related to that. And I was like, I want to see other stuff. I want to check out, you know, doing, well, like you did flasks and, oh, what else? You had the, I think Joshua's done some since then, though, too. The straws and sticks. what do you call those sticks? I don't eat that food, so chopsticks, there we go. I've never really gotten into that myself, so, but it was neat to see those things, I say that. Alright, flip back over there. Somehow I got you all mixed up. But I think this will probably be the last one before I can start attaching it to the thing. I think it's going to be give me about the right size I'm looking for. So I'm going to pull out some other rings. I think I'm going to use a smaller ring to connect. I think these will be too big to connect through here. Let me throw one on, I guess. I can look at it and see what it would look like. I just have a feeling it's going to be too big, and I'm not going to care for it. If I can find the hole. There should be, even I should say that. Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to go smaller. I'm just not, I think that's going to be too much, and for my taste anyway, it might work okay, but I don't know, I'm thinking I want a little tighter up to the frame myself. Straws, chopsticks, forks, flasks, coins, yeah. Well, that's looking close to the right side of the expansion. Do you need to go down to 19G? Not for the holes themselves. I think 18G is pretty good. I just think I want to go down in ring size. Kind of wondering if I should go maybe down to like a 7/32. I don't. 3/16 might be a little too much. I don't know. I've got a little bit of room there. I don't know. I might have to put them on there, see if I like it, and if not, or when I build the other side, use a smaller ring on it and see which side I like better, and then just switch them out. I don't think I'll have to. Like I said, I think it's got a little bit of wiggle room in there. It seems to. I don't think, 16G wouldn't fit in there. I'm more than sure. 18G's fitting. I mean, 19G might be a little bit better. I do have, I guess the only 19G I do have is all in bright aluminum that I've done myself. So I don't have any 19G in colored aluminum, anodized colored. And eventually I kind of want to be able to make it into that also, so I don't know, maybe I'll just have to order some of that. I've got so much of it all anyway. But 19G is one thing I don't have in anodized aluminum yet. Actually, I might have a couple colors now that I think about it, but not too many. I mostly, come on, let go. Mostly just the 19G I've done is normally just my own coiled up stuff, so. Match up hole count and fold like a taco. Well, this is actually just going to be one side. I'm just going to, and then I'll do the other side, I'll flip it over, do the same thing there, and then I'll come back through and seam it up around. Maybe. Like I said, this one I'm kind of playing around with. I think if I was to go with just European foreign one, either right way or wrong way, would definitely be easier, and then you get more of a square bottom, but I was like, I want to try something different. And like I said, if this doesn't fit and attach the way I like, I might just end up pulling it all off anyway, who knows. I've done that before, so I was, when I was making up the purple moon, now you guys have probably seen it over on Facebook, but we're up on this camera now. The purple moon here. I've started one way, and then I think it was early the next week before I started the stream the next week. I wasn't digging it, so I ended up pulling it all out and starting back over. And decided to go a different direction. You want it to be mirrored for the same orientation on the other side circle? Yeah, that's what I kind of plan on doing. Instead of, the first row leaning to the right, I'll turn it around and make it lean to the left. That's how I've done things like that when I've mirrored in the past, anyway. Get over there. Come on, let back up there, stupid ring. I already got you open. Check back over here. At least that's the plan. Like I said, things can change once I get there, but that's what I plan on doing. Which should give me, you know, everything leaning the same way so I can easily weave the edges together. But I'm kind of wondering if I'm going to put like a strip of something around each side so there's more of a gap there so it can be used a little more open, because if I attach them right there to each other at the ends, you know, there'll be less expansion to hold less stuff. So I'm thinking I might put in a quick strip of, like, you know, basically I do it one ring at a time, but it'd be 4 in 1 by the time it's said and done, kind of like this is itself. But that's what we're going to hope for and go with anyway. Like 2 coasters and seaming them. Kind of, yeah. Kind of how I'm planning on going with the basics of it. But like I said, I'm adding that strip in there in between it so that it just has a little more room. If it works, like I said, you know, once I start doing it, if they don't like it and it's not looking like it's going to work the way I want it to, I might just pull it out. I might end up just seaming these two together, having the gap at the top with the purse frame. I think that's what that was called. Yeah, purse frame. Took me a while to finally figure out the name of the stupid things so I could find them and buy them. Didn't know what to call them. It's kind of like I'm still looking for the right name to call. I'm not sure what they actually call them, but they're ear hangers. They go around the ear, you know, kind of in a fairy ear styled, where you can hang things off of those. I've seen somebody has been posting a bunch of them. I've been looking for them for years, but I can't figure out the right name to find them. Thought about making up my own, but it's like I know if I can find them, it'll probably be a lot cheaper than trying to make my own. Any of the ones that you've got with 3 dividers, or are they just normal opening? Yeah, this bigger one that I've got here, this rectangle one, it's a double opener, so I'll have a split down the middle, just a sheet down there that kind of splits it and attaches those all at the bottom, so you kind of got 2 halves. I got, like I said, I think I got 5 or 7 of these, just so I could play around, because I had so many different thoughts on how I wanted to do it. I'm thinking about doing some triangle pieces, come to a center. Other ones I'm going to put some designs in, basically a little inlay into them. That's the plan anyway. Oh, I was on the wrong camera. Hopefully. Gotta remember. But yeah. Then I have to worry about how do I want to... I'm not sure if people have done these before. Do they make them more like handles, or do they make big straps so that it can go over a shoulder and dangle? That I haven't... Like I said, I've only seen pictures of these. I think maybe 6 or 7 in all honesty. I was afraid to look at too many just because I didn't want to be influenced. Like I said, I love watching people's stuff, but I also hate it because, you know, I like getting inspired by them, but I don't want to, like, take an idea that somebody's is their own idea kind of thing. So I do some searching here and there, but I try to keep it limited, so because, you know, like I said, I just don't want to... It's not necessarily copying somebody's work per se, but, you know, especially when it comes to inlays and colors, mixes and stuff. I mean, you can't only go so many color mixings, but still feels weird when I make a bracelet or something, a necklace that somebody else has done in the same colors. It's like I didn't mean to copy it, and I didn't really copy it, but... Ear cuff. That's what I've tried to look up, but every time I find those, they're basically like a ring that's got a big cut in it, but they're fat. You know, they're probably 1/4 inch wide. That can go like on the just hook around like a ring would on the cartilage. And when I'm looking them up through the pictures, ear cuffs that's where I find it. But when I've gone to search to buy them, is whenever I put in an ear cuff to buy them, I keep finding these little, like I said, 1/4 inch wide rings that just kind of clip around the cartilage of the bottom of your ear, or up on the upper part, I guess, too. Not the ones that actually hang around the whole ear, like a... I'm not even sure what those would be called. Like I said, they just hook around the whole ear like a fairy ear, kind of. And I don't know. The wife's got a couple that we bought during Renaissance Festival the last couple of years, and then they kind of go around the ear and come off the bottom, and a lot of dangles. And now, since then, we've kind of changed out a few of them. I put my own weave at the end of the things there. And then there were some that actually did attach to what I kept finding as ear cuff that we took off because she didn't really dig that part of it. So, oh yeah, gotta move this. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for, John. I can't see the picture right now. I'll look at it here shortly, but yeah, that's exactly what I've been... Oh, well, here's something I just seen from Steven, too. I didn't mean to necessarily click it. I guess I'm going to click it and see what it looks like. If it's anything like what John had just sent me. Yeah, those are what I'm looking for. Ear cuff metal silk loops. Yeah, every time I kept doing that, I kept getting weird ear cuffs, so... Yeah, that's exactly what I have been looking for. Like I said, I could find pictures of them, but I couldn't. Every time I went to buy something, they were always the weird little half-clip things. Oop, let me move that back over so I'm not watching Joanne for comments. I don't think Joanne's going to comment at me. Yeah, I did find some on Etsy, but they were a little more pricey, at least the ones I had found at the time. Yeah, those are definitely what I've been trying to find. I wanted something to cuff over whole. Okay, that's something I haven't tried to type in it that way. Maybe that'll... Yeah, I'll have to definitely go searching for it that way then. Over whole ear jewelry finding. Gotta put it in my brain, saying it over and over so I can remember. Yeah, I've been wanting them for quite a while, in all honesty, because like I said, the wife said we bought her, I think she's got 4 sets now that we bought during our local Renaissance festivals. And it's like, man, I'd like to get some just plain ones that don't have everything on it, and I can just do something with them myself. And one of the first times I went looking for them, I didn't know what to call them. At the time, I didn't even find pictures of them. And then it was probably about last year, I think, probably, is when I started seeing more of them around and try to look them up as ear cuffs. And I was finding pictures, but I couldn't find places to buy them. Then I did find some on Etsy, like I said, but the price, I mean, I don't know what any of the prices were with what you all just sent, but I was just like, man, I could probably make those up myself and be a heck of a lot cheaper. And I was like, somebody's got to have them out there where I can just buy them pre-made that's in a decent price range. You know, if I just go buy the thing, you know, the pieces themselves, it'd be... I didn't want to make $30, $40 ear hangers. That was the other way I was looking at ear hangers. Found some weird stuff looking up ear hangers, that's for sure. Nothing that I was expecting to find. Definitely wasn't on the first pages, but you get into 3rd, 4th page of Google looking up ear hangers. Find some weird stuff that way. I've saved in the comments on your video, you don't have to memorize it. Sweet. Yeah, I'll definitely, like I said, I'm going to be having fun tonight after I get done streaming and go and do some searching so I can order some more crap, I guess. Well, not crap, but yeah, my wife's always like, you know, you got a delivery. It's Tuesday, it's Wednesday, it's Thursday. Well, I always have stuff coming in. I'm making stuff here, you know. She'll have to holler at me for some of them when you're ordering 30 pounds of pulled up stainless steel or aluminum. She'll be hollering, I can't move this box, come get it. She did that with the when I bought the bronze for the chessboard that we're working on. She's like, what is that? It's heavy. I'm like, yeah, it's just bronze coil. Where are we at here? Oh crap, we're already over an hour and a half. Well, I guess I'll need to start closing up shop here. 2 a.m. you buy some weird stuff. Yeah, I've done that too. I've got, I don't have any of that out either. I cleaned that up like 2 weeks ago when I cleaned up my bench. I bought all kinds of stuff that I was like, hey, this might work for chainmail, and then get it and you start looking at it and it's like, this ain't gonna work for chainmail. So it just goes into another box of weirdness. Now, I will say sometimes I will end up using some of it in chainmail, but not always does it work. I got some weird stuff. Wife's like, what are you going to do with that? I don't know. It was just there. It looked cool. I wanted to try it. So, but anyway, we're coming, we're already past our hour and a half, so we're going to go ahead and close up shop for tonight. I want to thank everybody that stopped by and checked us out. I'm glad to see some new faces here. Good to have you with us, Stephen, John, Jared. I don't know if he's still here or not, but it was good to see y'all tonight. Glad to have y'all. And you can find us on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. I'm going to try to catch more and make sure I watch more over here on my YouTube and Twitch for comments. I'm not used to it, so it's good to see you over there too. And we will be back on Wednesday night at 7:30 Central Time again. We'll be doing small project night. I'm going to try to find another new weave that I haven't done yet. It's getting harder and harder to find new weaves, that at least ones that I think are cool looking. There's a bunch out there I haven't done just because I'm like, well, they look like a pile of mess to me, but okay. But hopefully we'll find something good, and we'll be back on Wednesday night. So y'all have a great Monday night, and hope you guys' this week goes well, and we'll see you back then on Wednesday. Thanks again for dropping in, and we'll see you later.